Alright, good morning. As you can see, I'm clearly not in Australia standing in front of a Family Mart. I'm with my friend Holly, who we haven't seen in years. How long had it been? Like
3 years? 4 years.
Like 4 or 5 years, so it's been a time.
Years.
So we had our reunion last night, had a bit too much to drink, and we've had a very late start today, just had some lunch. But yeah, we're in Shimokitazawa. I used to live and work here. A lot has changed. I used to work in this building. It's so old in there. But it doesn't look like the school is there anymore, which, you know, good for them, I suppose. So yeah, we're gonna just have a little walk around, look for things. Holly wants clothes that make her not look like a school teacher, so we'll see how we go. So many buildings that I do not remember being here. Well, I guess they're all new. Holly's really into these mushrooms. I feel like you can't just have one though.
That would be sad. Yeah, but I could get 2 of the exact same one and they could just sit together. It's cute.
I like this Christmas setup they've got here. I found the coolest shirt. Or sweater. Now this is Italian. It's so good. So I remember this vending machine from ages ago. It sells natto, like fermented beans, and it's still here. 24/7 you can get that fermented bean fix, as well as some baked natto donuts. But yeah, vibes, absolute vibes. Also, I hate shopping. I just remembered like going into, you go into all these places and they're busy and they're just packed with clothes, and what are you supposed to do? I don't have time to rummage, but I'll try and get some footage of cool places that I liked it. Also, I feel like you've already seen everything there is to see of Shimokitazawa from everyone else's vlog, so maybe I'll highlight some lesser known places like Starbucks and Doc Martens that you may not be aware of but are pretty cool. I don't mean to brag, everyone, but we just made the ultimate pickup for only 290 yen. You're not gonna believe it. 12 rolls. It's double as well. The double and the single were the same price. It's a steal. It is the deal of the century. I can't wait to get this on my body. We've lost Holly. Well, not lost Holly. Holly's gone home. We went a little bit too hard last night. She's been working in Nagoya as a teacher, and they were doing final drinks because the graduation for students and stuff is on Tuesday, so went at it pretty hard with their students. So feeling the effects today, and so am I. But gonna keep looking around. There's a Kindle here, and I like looking at Kindle online, so maybe we shall find something inside. Alright, I didn't want to film in there because it was quite small, but Kindle slaps. It's very, very small. And I suppose just online, how you can, I suppose any of the people looking for, the Yoji, Julius stuff, you do find a lot of stuff from Kindle, but the coolest thing in there was that all the pieces had how much they cost, how much they're selling it for, their recommended retail price, and then most of them also had a fit pick on body, which was really, really cool. Cool stuff in there. I saw though, I'll post the pictures. There was one of the John Lawrence Sullivan square toe boots in a crocodile. I don't think it's actually crocodile leather, but Got to actually hold a pair of those in hand. Very, very cool. Would I wear them? Probably never, but I'd love to have a pair. And then a Soshiotsky suit, which was just really, really cool as well, but far too small for me. Yeah, but Kindle, recommend it. It's just much smaller than other places, so it's a lot easier to go through things rather than like this one over here, a Kinji, which is just huge. It stresses me out. So like up here used to be my favorite arcade called MM Land, and last night was so shocked and annoyed to find that it's just been turned into a donkey. Why would they do such a thing? Why? How could they massacre my boy? It was so good. It was like just multiple levels and had all the games and And now walking around, there's actually no arcades here anymore. There's just a few like crane game places which just aren't it. But anyway, let's go to Treasure Factory. Looks like Kiratan. Don't you think? So, Treasure Factory style is cool. Also recommend going there. A lot of stuff is like either sorted by designer, but also things as in like pickups or like latest, I forgot what it's called, but basically just like brands that are currently a little bit popular, and they'll have things sorted like that there. Prices are okay. It's interesting looking at Yoji pieces at shops here because things and pricing is always going to be a little bit more than something would be on Mercari. Let's say like gabardine string pants, put on looking at like 40,000 yen, but then you've got like other diffusions like workshop and things. Site stuff is about the same as Mercari, looking at between 10 and 20,000. So it really depends on what you're looking for, but it can be worth it. It's just nice to see pieces in person rather than just through a screen, I guess. I'm still thinking about those John Lawrence Sullivan boots, and I don't need them. Let's keep looking. So I just went to Klasica, which was a shop that a friend Sim put me onto, which then turns out a friend that lives here, Lewis, has modeled for. It's just funny how small the world is. Went to check them out. Really, really small little shop here in Shimokitazawa, but the lady working there was really lovely. They've been around like 20 years, and the pieces were gorgeous. I took a little bit of footage, but she was very chatty, and it was just a lot of like my broken Japanese and her like translating things on her phone to English, but it was really, really cool. They have a few bespoke fabrics in there, as well as using some Australian wool in pieces, which she loved to point out after I told her they were from Australia. Really, really worth a look. Very like artisanal feeling kind of stuff, gives you that Elena Dawson vibe, and the pricing is, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, yes, it's a bit pricey, but for what you're getting, I don't think it's that bad. Like a coat that I tried on was maybe just over 1,000, which it was warm as, it was beautiful, and the thing that like gets me the most is just I suppose I don't really go shopping a lot in Australia, but here, like I put the coat on and it had these straps around the cuffs, and she's like, oh, you can have it like this loose, or you can like unattach it and tie it the reverse way so it gives you like a thinner silhouette on the sleeves. But then she's like, oh, you can just do it back to normal and then like cuff the cuffs, like roll the cuffs up a little bit to get a different silhouette. And I don't know, like I'm really bad when it comes to styling. Like I never think of different ways to do that, so it's really cool when someone's just showing you, here are different things you can do with your clothes. I think that's really a really fun way to sort of see the different things you can achieve with just one piece. And I know that you're probably all saying, we already do this. I don't know what I'm doing 90% of the time. Maybe even 99. But yeah, Klasica, check it out if you're ever in town. And I will be going back there. I don't know. It would be lovely to get a piece from there. Like really special, but I also feel like it might be a bit much. That wool coat is just really warm. But we'll see. We'll go back. So would you believe that I also succumbed to the naps and went home, and we've both just been sleeping the past few hours. It's also really really disorienting that here, because I guess it's winter and there's no daylight savings or anything, at about 2 or 3 p.m. it feels like, what is it, home, like 7, 8 p.m. because of the light. It's really like my body's like ready to either go to bed or like start drinking heavily. But yeah, napped it out. We're gonna go to a gig now in Nishi Ogikubo that one of the first people that I met here, I actually went to see their show at the same spot. Ran into them last night. Super coincidence. In Japanese it was guzen, I think. So yeah, we're gonna go do that, and hopefully it's a swell time and we don't get hit by any bikes or cars, because that just seems to be what's happening. Oh, look, there's Holly again. Holly's with us for one more day and then it's over. You're gone. And Holly's going home. So we have arrived at Nishi Ogikubo to Flat inside a rinky dink. Rinky dinks are rehearsal studios that are just all over town, and some of them have like venues, live houses in them, like this one. So let us music.
ていうかこういうバンド北海道に多そうっていうイメージだけで ございます
It was Yuto's show.
Hello.
So show's over. It was good. I'm a bit deaf. And now we are at the best restaurant, arguably the best Italian restaurant this side of the world, Saizeriya, where the prices are low, low, low. There's actually no prices in here, I'm sorry. But this is where Hollywood's hanging out. What are we getting?
We're getting AAO2, AAO3, MT18, DRO. Is that 4?
Yeah, oh, can you like make the 4 look a bit more like a 4?
Sure. I'm gonna put a thing like 4. Oh, I think I'm
Yeah, that works. That works. Look at these prices though. You cannot be beat. And if anyone tells you that Saizeriya is no good, just tell them, no, look at this. $1.80 for a salad. $3 for some wings, you can't go wrong. $3.50 for 500ml wine. Laughing. Legit though, like you can come here, get a spaghetti for like $3.50. I used to really like this squid ink one. So yeah, good cheap feeds if you're on a budget, honestly. Very, very worth it. This mozzarella and tomato. How much is it? Like $3? Less. Can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong. Here's my cheeky little hamburger and wings that I didn't order, but I will accept them nevertheless. Yeah, I don't know. Easy dish. Do it. Do it all. I swear, I do not miss paying stuff in cash here. It's miserable. It's miserable. My pockets are just full of change. Full of change. Not in a fun way. If you beat me up, I'd drop lots of 1 yens. That's what had happened. Holly, is it cold at the moment?
Yeah, it's quite cold.
It's cold. Oh no. I will need to put a jacket on. What could this be? This could be a... A jacket? How nice for such cool weather. Let us... No. I got it stuck on. Okay. I can salvage this. Now I am warm. Checkmate, atheists.